We now learn to find graphical solution of an LPP. Now, first thing we need to understand is the difference between an inequality and an equality. Now, an equality is an equation which has equal to sign. For example, 3x plus 2y is equal to 5 is an equality. And what is an inequality? Something which does not have an equal to sign. Say 3x plus 2y greater than or equal to 5. 3x plus 2y less than or equal to 5. All these are called inequalities. So anything which has got equal to sign is called equality. Anything which has got inequality signs is called inequalities. We now go to the solution of the linear programming problem. Minimize z is equal to 20x plus 20y subject to, so minimize z is equal to 30x plus 20y subject to this three condition along with this x greater than 0, y greater than 0. Throughout the problem, these conditions x greater than or equal to 0 and y greater than 0 will not be used. They are not to be focused on. What we have to focus on is this minimized part which we are given, and we need to focus on these three things which we are given. Now to find the solution of such an LPP, we need to follow 5 steps. The steps will be discussed as and when we solve this problem. Now, the first step says convert inequality to equality and find 2 points. So what we do is we have these things which are there over there are called inequalities. We have 3 inequalities with us. So our goal is to convert all these inequalities to equalities and find 2 points. We take the first one, x plus y less than or equal to 8. So what we do is we convert it to equality. How we convert it? We just put x plus y equal to 8. And we find 2 points. We have to make it to equality and find 2 points. Now, how we find the 2 points? What you have to do is what? Put x equal to 0. When you get x equal to 0, what you put x equal to 0, you get 0 plus y is equal to 8. You get y equal to 8. So your first point is very easily clear that when x is 0, you get y as 8. To get the second point, what you have to do is you have to put y equal to 0 in the same equation, that is 10. And this time you'll get x plus 0 is equal to 8. So you'll get x equal to 8. So you'll get x as 8 and y as 0. So these are the 2 points. Now the same procedure needs to be done for the remaining 2 inequalities. Second inequality is x plus 2y more than or equal to 4. So we convert this to equality by putting x plus 2y equal to 4. To get the 2 points, we put x equal to 0. We get 0 plus 2y is equal to 4. We get 2y equal to 4. We get y is equal to 4 upon 2, which is 2. So we get the first point as x0 by 2. Now again we put y as 0 to get the second one. That time we get x plus 2 into 0 is equal to 4. So x plus 0 is equal to 4. X is equal to 4. So we get x as 4, y as 0. These are your second point. Same way we do it for the third equality. 6x plus 2y more than or equal to 12. 6x plus 2y more than or equal to 12. So what we do is we convert this to equalities. 6x plus 2y equal to 12. We put, to get the 2 points, we put x equal to 0 in this. We get 6 into 0 plus 2 into y is equal to 2. 6 into 0 is 2. 2y is 12. You get 2y is 12. You get y is 12 upon 2, which is 6. Similarly, what you do? You put to get the second point. So the first point which you observed here is when x is 0, y is 6. Now this pair of points which are there are for this thing, whereas these are for this equation. Now what we do is we put y equal to 0 and we get 6x plus 2 into 0 is equal to 12. We get 6x plus 0 is equal to 12. We get 6x is 12. So therefore we get x is equal to 12 upon 6, which is 2. So we get x as 2 and then y as 0. So what our first step is done. Our first step requires us to convert all the inequalities which are mentioned in the question to equalities and find 2 points by putting x equal to 0 and y is equal to 0. Now we move to the next step. Our next step is telling us to plot each line. That means whatever equality that we have to draw now we have to plot. So see, in order to plot, we need to draw a graph. We draw the x-axis and we draw the y-axis. The x-axis is always on the horizontal one, y-axis is the vertical one. We plot the values for x to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. See, we take x to be, see, we look at these x values. If you observe the x values over here, take 0, 8, here 0, 4, and here 0, 2. So the highest value that x can take is 8, which is why we plot up to at least 10 we plot. Highest value is 8, so we plot it up to at least 10. Same we do for y. We see what is done in y. In y, over here the highest is 8, whereas here it is 2, here it is 6. So if we observe, the highest value that any y can take is always 8. So again, in this case, when we plot the graph, we plot this as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can go beyond this, but minimum there should be at least 8. Now we plot the first line. Our first line, that is x plus y less than or equal to 8, which we have here, as points 0, 8 and 8, 0. So we plot this. If you observe that the first point is x0, y8. The point always has to be taken vertically. X is 0, y is 8. So when x is 0 means here, y is 8 is here, y8 is here. This is the point. And similarly, the second point is x8 and y0. So when x is 8, the point is here. We join these 2 points by a straight line, and we name the line by the equation. The equation of this is x plus y equal to 8. So we write over here x plus y is equal to 8 to make a difference. Similarly, what we do is we now plot the second line. The second line has points is x plus 2y equal to 4, and it has points 0 to 40. So we plot this second line. Second line has, if you observe, x0, y2. So that means y2 is this, and it has also x4 and y0. That means x4 is here. So we join these 2 points by line and we write the equation of the line there. The equation is x plus 2y equal to 4. So the thing is x plus 2y is equal to 4. Similarly, now we do the third line. The third line is 6x plus 2y is equal to 12. Points are 0, 6, 2, 0. Points are 0, 6, 2, 0. So the point if you observe is y is 6, y is 6. So when y is 6 we have here, and the other thing that is there is x is 2. So that means we are here. We join this to a straight line, and then we write the name of the line there. The line is 6x plus 2y is equal to 12. It's 6x plus 2y is equal to 12. This is the second step which we have to do. Now we move to the third step. The third step tells us mark all the region and find the solution region. So what we have to do is we have to take the first equation which is there with first inequality which is there, x plus y less than or equal to 8. In this third step we have to do the following procedure. Third step says mark all region and find the solution region. So we take the inequality in this case, not the equality. We take the question whatever it is given as it is, x plus y less than or equal to 8, and in this we put x 0 and we put y 0. What do we get? 0 plus 0 less than or equal to 8. We get 0 less than or equal to 8, and then you have to ask yourself whether this makes sense mathematically. Is mathematically 0 less than 8? Yes, the answer is yes. Therefore, for when the answer is true, the region, you have to shade the interior portion of the blue line. Why only the blue line? Because we took the equation of this line x plus y and we did the calculation. So if the answer is making sense, you have to shade the interior region. Fine. And if the answer does not make sense, we have to shade the exterior region. Similar thing we have to do to the other inequality which is there, x plus 2y more than or equal to 4. So we write x plus 2y more than or equal to 4. We put x0 and y0. We get 0 plus 2 into 0 which is more than or equal to 4. We get 0 more than or equal to 4. Does it make sense? This does not make sense. Therefore, the next to this pink line x plus 2y more than or equal to 4, we will plot the exterior, the outside region, the line that is pointing outwards. All this area will be shaded because the thing is, it did not, that 0 more than 4 did not make sense. Similar thing we have to do for the third thing. The third thing which is there is 6x plus 4y more than or equal to 12. So we take 6x plus 4y more than or equal to 12. We put x0 and y0, and we get 6 into 0 plus 4 into 0 more than or equal to 12. We get 0 more than or equal to 12. Again, it's nonsense. Therefore, we shade the away region. In this case, when we use the blue color, we will shade the away region. Line away from the region. Now what you have to do, we have done the first part of the step 3. The step 3's first part is saying mark all the regions which we have done. Now we have to find the solution region. Now the solution region will be that region where all the portions actually coincide. If you observe over here, the solution region will not contain this part because in this part there are only blue lines. There are no pink and green lines, dark blue lines. So basically a solution region will be that region where pink, blue and dark blue lines coincide. Solution region also cannot contain this because there are no pink lines inside this. Solution region cannot contain this because there are no dark blue line inside it. Therefore, your solution region will look of course, the region which I, which I shade. This is the solution region where all you will see all your pink, blue and dark blue lines. Now the next step which we have to do is, with this we find out the solution region. Solution region is the shaded region. So this step is also done. Now we move to the next step. Next step says what? Find the boundary points of the solution region. Step 4. Find boundary points of the solution region. Now if you observe, boundary points of the solution region in this case will be the first point, which is here. This is your first boundary. The second point, of course, here. Third point here. Fourth point here. Fifth point here. These are like your boundary points. Now we will name the points as A, B, C, D, E. Now we have to write down the coordinates of each of these points. If you observe, the coordinates of A are 0, 8. See, this point 8 is on the y-axis, and when it is on the y-axis, we always write the x-coordinate as 0. When it is on the y-axis, we write the x-coordinate as 0. Similarly, the coordinates of B are 0 and 6. Coordinates of C, if you observe over here, are not easy to find. So we have to find some other way of finding the coordinates of D are very easy because D is on the x-axis and at 4. So x is there, so y will be 0. And coordinates of E is also easy. It is 8 and 0. So only C is not easy. But if you observe, C is the point of intersection of the dark blue and the pink line. C is the point of intersection of the dark blue and the pink line. So in order to find C, we need to solve the equation of the dark blue and the pink line simultaneously. The equation of pink line, if you observe, is pink line equation is x plus y equal to 4. What we do is we solve x plus y equal to 4, the equation of the pink line, and this is done only because the point C is the point of intersection of the pink line and the dark blue line, and the equation of dark blue line is 6x plus 4y equal to 12. So in order to find point C, since point C is the point of intersection of these two lines, we have to solve this by elimination method. So whenever we see a point is intersection of two lines, we have to solve the equation by elimination method. To solve this by elimination method, we multiply this by 6 and this we multiplied by 1. So we get 6x plus, when this 6 enters here, you get 12y, and 6 goes there, you get 24, and this you get 6x plus 4y equal to 12. Draw a line, change the sign, you get 6 goes, you get 12y minus 4y is 8y, and 24 minus 12 is 12. So you get y is equal to 12 upon 8, which is 3 upon 2, using 4 times simple. 4 3s is 12, 4 2s are 8. Similarly, now what we do to find x, we would use x plus 2y equal to 4, and instead of y, we put this value 3 upon 2, which is 4. 2 will get x plus 3 will be 4, and x is 4 minus 3, which is 1. So therefore the point C is actually the value of x in this case is 1 and value of y in this case is 3 upon 2. So we have actually found the boundary point. The boundary points are nothing but a, which we copy from here, is 0 and 8, is 0 8 if you observe. B is 0 6 if you observe. C we found here, we did not find C, we found C here. C was found as 1 comma 1 3 by 2, 1 comma 3 by 2. The point D was found to be 4 comma 0 and E was found to be 8 comma 0. Now we proceed with the last step. All 4 steps are done. First step was about converting inequality to inequality and finding 2 points. Second step was about plotting each line. Third step was about marking all regions and finding the solution region. Fourth step was about finding the boundary points. Now we move to the fifth and the last step. In the last step, we have to test the value of z at the boundary points. Now, first thing you have to recollect the one equation that you have not used from the question. If you observe in the question, the minimized z 30x plus 20y was never used throughout the question problem solving. So now the role of this comes into picture. So now we copy this, minimize z is equal to 30x plus 20y at the end. So we take z is equal to 30x plus 20y. And now we test the value of each of these points which are there at this z. Our z is nothing but 30x plus 20y. So we test the value of z here at a. At a, x is 0, so 30 into 0 plus 20 into 8. 20 is 160, 0 into 160 is 160. Then what we do, again we took 30 into 0 plus 20 into 6. This will be 0 plus 20 into 6 is 120, 120. Then you take 30 into 1 plus 20 into 3 by 2. You do it, you test. So it's like testing the value of z at each of the point. I tested the value of z, I got 160. I tested the value of z equal to b, I got 120. Same thing I do here. 30 ones are 30, 2 ones are 2 tens are 10 3s is 30. I get 60. Similarly, I test the value of z here, 30 into 4 plus 20 into 0. I get it as 120 into plus 0, which is 120. Similarly, I do 30 into 8 plus 20 into 0. I get it as 240 plus 0, which is 240. Now, if you observe, the problem was saying minimize z. So what we have to do is, among this, we have to select the smallest value of among this smallest value. Now the smallest value between 160, 120, 60, 120 to 40 is 60. So we select this and this serves as an answer. So therefore we write minimum value of z is 60 and we write at x equal to this point 1 over 1. This is for x and this is for y. At x equal to 1 and y equal to 3 by 2. So with this we finish with the LPP. Basically an LPP solution will involve 5 steps. all all five steps are mentioned here. The first step is about converting inequality to inequality and finding 2 points. Second step is plotting each line. Third step is marking all the region and finding the solution region. Fourth step is finding boundary point. And last is testing the value.